I'm Michelle. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having a wonderful day so far. So in this video, we're going to do our best to go over everything that I crocheted last week. So there are so many plushies in here. If we don't get to everything in this video, I think it'll be okay. I might have to split it up into 2 videos, but actually, I don't know, because there's some bigger plushies in here, so we'll see. Anyways, I'll just warn you now that there are quite a few, and there is a potential of doing a part 2. But I'll let you guys know by the end of the video if we finished, or to look out for part 2. Anyways, I've been busy crocheting. I found some cute patterns and kind of trying to get rid of my plush jumbo size 6 yarn. That's this week. I mentioned last week I was really working with my velvet yarn. This week I did it. I finished up all of my 6 weight yarn, and well, that was last week, but technically, because I do these videos about a week after I finish, so I'm always a little bit behind, but that's okay. Anyways, I'm super excited that I finished up that yarn. I didn't have too many colors, so that's why I really wanted to focus on that. And I did finish them up I think it was before like the 3rd day into the week. It was pretty quick to do because not a lot of yarn comes in those giant skeins. So yeah, I hope you guys like all the plushies. My very first one up here, it was a loaf cat. I think it's so cute. I'm realizing right now one of the plushies is over there. I made another plushie with this. The first thing, I'm gonna go grab it actually. Okay, so the first thing I made with the yarn was this squid. This one is so cute. It does take me some time to make, and the part that takes the longest for me are definitely these tentacles. They take so long. I prefer working in the round versus working like this, but that's okay. I think it's worth it. So I did this squid, and I knew I had enough yarn left to do a love cat. So these are so cute. And I did need a couple more blanket yarn love cats because the ones that I currently have, I've been taking them to markets and I haven't sold any. But I really only have loaf cats in red right now, so it's probably a good idea to add some variety, some more colors. The squid, this pattern is a paid for pattern on Etsy. I really enjoyed working on it. I used, I want to say 18mm safety eyes for her. She's so cute. And then for the smile, I tried using black yarn and it just looked too much, so then I ended up using thread for the smile instead, and I think it's really cute. It is a no-sew pattern. You do have to go back and crochet these shut, so you have a few ends to weave in, but it's really not like a big deal, especially to get a plushie that size and not have to sew very much. For my blanket yarn for these projects, I believe I used a 6.5mm hook. And then the loaf cat is a paid for pattern as well, and I use the same 6.5mm hook on her. Next is a really cute chubby frog. This is a free pattern on Instagram. He's so cute. Sometimes I do them without the belly patches, but I think sometimes they just look a lot cuter with the belly patch. So that's the only thing that you have to sew on these frogs if you want to do the belly patch. They work up pretty quick. I think this takes me like 45 minutes, something like that, which again, I've said it in so many videos, but I am a slower crocheter, so I bet a lot of people can work those up a lot faster than I can. I pulled out this blue skein of yarn and I did finish it up like I always strive to do when I pull out a skein of yarn. My goal is to finish it if I can, unless if it's for like a tiny little detail, like to like embroider something, or do like if you're using a making a snowman and you pull out orange to make a little carrot nose, then I'm okay putting the yarn away. But if the white is already out for the snowman, then I really want to finish the white. Except for certain colors, because I typically do run out of brown, whites, and yellows very quickly, so I don't give them that same treatment. Anyways, I made a tiny little octopus with this blue, and I did not use a pattern, I just freehanded him. He's so cute. One of his tentacles, I think it's this one, is a little bit longer than the rest. Like I said, I freehanded him and I kind of forgot what I was doing for a second. Then I have a Leggy Froggy pattern. This is a paid for pattern on Etsy, and I did buy the version that comes with the small one and the bigger one. This is the bigger one. He's so funny, and of course he could cross his arms. He's just so cute. I haven't made these in a long time, so I was happy to go back and make one. And then I think this was the first project, but for right now, this is the final project for you guys, but it's the first project that I made with this yarn. I pulled it out to make a snake. So I wasn't sure how I would like the colors on the snake, but I think it worked out really cool. And you can see that the color changes. So you couldn't really see that too much on the skein, but I like the way that it worked out on the snake. I think it's just perfect. He's really cute. And now I have 2 snakes in my inventory, but so far he hasn't gone to any, none of this has gone, of course, to a market yet. So hopefully I can take him to the next market and he finds a home. So we're gonna get into the thick 6-weight yarn. Now I made a rubber ducky. I don't have a pattern for this. I freehanded it. I made a small version. I talked about it in the last Everything I Crocheted This Week video. Oh, here it goes. I made a small acrylic weight version, and then knowing that I wanted to use this yarn for it, once I was happy with the way that it looked, I just used this yarn and it turned out so much bigger. But just the colors were kind of hard to work with, the ones that I had. So I definitely knew I wanted to make some rubber duckies. So this is the acrylic version. It's so tiny. And then this is the same thing, just with like jumbo yarn. Using that same yarn, I made a mushy boy. This is a free pattern on Instagram, and he's so cute. I think this is the one where I ran out of yarn and I wasn't completely able to finish the cap. I do always struggle too when it comes to like finishing off something like this to make the curve perfect. I feel like a lot of people will do like slip stitches to try to help them, but I don't know if that's even making sense. But sometimes I struggle when it comes to this part right here. Like, this is where I finished off. Like, what do I do to not get this edge right here? I don't know. Anyways, he's a cute mushroom boy. So I did use white for his body and blue for the top. I was thinking about adding white with acrylic on the mushroom top. I don't know. It's just such a soft yarn, and acrylic can be a little rough. I kind of don't want to add anything to it to keep it super soft to the touch. So that's the only reason why I haven't added acrylic yarn to it. This one's super cute too. I had a little bit of this green, so I made a duck with it. And it really was only a little bit of the green. So I made the duck and I had a little bit left. So I started this mushroom with that green, knowing I wasn't going to have enough. But I felt bad throwing it away. It was a pretty decent amount of yarn. So then I continued with this teal color. And I got this adorable mushroom, so you can see the difference. Oh, so cute. I think I did add extra rows to this one, and I'm pretty sure this one is exactly the way the mushy pattern is, the one on Instagram. But He's so cute. I really do love him. I think he's gonna be hard to part with, but hopefully he finds a good home as well. I made 2 turtles, and you can see the yarns, just the way I'm trying to work with them together. So I had, of course, this teal color and then this dark blue, and I thought they would be really cute as turtles. So this is the tofu turtle pattern. It is a paid for pattern, but it's really cool. All you have to do, it's a no sew pattern, but you do have to go back and kind of tack the head onto the shell, or else the head is going to be very, very floppy. So that's all you do. There's really no sewing. The feet are bobble stitches, and he has a little tail, but they're so cute. And they came out, you know, a little bit different, both of them, but they're adorable. So I really do enjoy this pattern, the tofu turtle pattern. I have another mushy boy in the blue. So here's the baby one. They're cute. This one's a little upset, and this one's very, very happy. So the mushy boy pattern, the rubber ducky one that I made, and the turtle pattern definitely came in handy to finish up this yarn. But this is the 3rd, I think, rubber ducky that I made in this yarn, all in different colors, and they're so cute. Honestly, I would want to buy more of this yarn, but it's just hard when you don't have a lot of colors to work with. But maybe one day I will buy some more, because it was a really, really fun thing to change up yarn. And then lastly, I have a teal mushy boy. So I think I did 4 mushrooms. I think we said 3 rubber duckies. Look at all these mushrooms. So cute. 2 tofu turtles, and was that it for, yeah, I think that's everything I made with the thick yarn. So with that, I finished all my projects. I literally used up, no, I said I finished all my projects. I finished all this yarn, this thick yarn, and I really, really used it, like, to where either I had nothing left or just enough to sew and weave in ends. So I was so proud of myself. I cleared up the cubby shelf that had that yarn, and of course I filled it with other yarn, but I'm happy that I did that. So next I have a penguin. This is from my own pattern, my winter or Christmas bunch, I think it's called, pattern. And I think I messed up on this one, on my eye placement. I don't know, she looks a little wonky, but she's really cute, and I did use glitter eyes on her. I love this velvet yarn so much. So this is the 3rd penguin from that pattern that I've made in velvet yarn. I made 2 in purple and 1 in blue. Then I did this flower in acrylic yarn, going back to my acrylic yarn. I really like this pattern. I've tried to make it twice though, and I do not understand the petals. I get so lost, and the pattern looks adorable. It's a paid for pattern. I got it from Etsy. I wish I knew what they're trying to tell me, because they only have 8 petals. Like at the end, they only have 8, and I end up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12 petals, and my petals don't look the same as theirs. But like I said, I have no idea what I'm doing wrong. If anyone else has this pattern, do you end up with more petals than the pattern says? Maybe I most likely am doing something wrong. I just don't know what. Like I said, I've made it twice before, and both times I just end up frustrated because it doesn't look the same as theirs. So I do plan on making it again, but I don't know when, because I need a break from that pattern again. I did 2 octos to finish up this yarn. They're just little baby octos, no pattern for those. I went back to some of my own patterns. As you can see, I did the Christmas bunch penguin. So this is a free pattern. a tutorial that I have here on YouTube, but I think I also have the pattern listed, like a written PDF pattern listed on Etsy for $1.99 if I'm not mistaken, but there is a free tutorial on YouTube. So it's a really cute bumblebee, and I love the shape of these bumblebees. I think they're perfect to keep them at a lower price. They're so cute. So I did that using yellow and blue. Then I made a couple of these popping mushrooms. I've made bigger ones and I decided to make some smaller ones, which is funny because I often tell you guys that the popping mushrooms are not selling at markets, but some things are just too cute not to make even if they're not selling at markets. But this is definitely a much smaller one than the popping mushrooms that I've made before. This was a paid for pattern on Etsy and it's really cute. I definitely recommend it. It was a quicker make and it's just adorable. Oh, I love it. So I made 3: orange, green, and blue. Here's the Geno that I made last week and I forgot to show him to you guys, but I think by this point I probably have already by the time you watch this video, but I want to put him on my Etsy shop because he's so cute. Yeah, so that's why he was separated from the bunch. I just have a couple plushies left. I was gonna make this into a boba, but I think it's kind of cute the way that it is. So, I don't know. Let me know if you guys think that I should convert it into a boba coffee, or I think it's coffee. I take that back. Into a boba drink, or if I should leave it as it looks kind of like a coffee cup. Also, does it need a keychain? Maybe. It's really cute. Again, using up my velvet yarn. Then I made a capybara, and this one is a paid for pattern. It doesn't come with the little orange though. I just freehanded that, and he's so cute. I really love capybaras. Lastly, I have a free pattern that I found on Instagram, and it's for like a baby Squirtle. I used my blue velvet yarn on it, and I don't know if it looks okay with the velvet yarn, but it's alright. It's already done. He's really cute, and hopefully people can tell that he's Squirtle. He's just a little chibi, a little cute version of him. I love the way the tail curls. But yeah, he's just a baby. Oh my gosh, I made so many things last week. Honestly, this week I feel like I have not been crocheting very much, so but the things that I have made I'm excited about, but it's not as numerous as these. Also, keep in mind I usually work with acrylic yarn. The blanket yarn just made the majority of these things so much bigger, where usually with acrylic yarn this is like maybe this big, you know? Everything is so much bigger this week. So I'm gonna count up everything and let you guys know how many projects I made last week. Okay, I counted up 28 projects, so that was a lot of amigurumis. I love using the thicker yarn, but I also do love using acrylic. It's fun to switch up every now and then, but I had a lot of fun, and I'm glad that I made myself, I challenged myself to finish up my thicker yarn and turn it into what I bought it for, what it was meant to be for me anyways, which are amigurumis. So I'm really excited that I did that. And there's really cute plushies that I made this week. I love the rubber duckies so much. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope you were able to get some projects done. I went through it a lot quicker than I thought I was going to. I think because, again, there are like a lot of big plushies in here. It is a lot, but it's not as many plushies as I thought they were, even though it's still a lot, but I thought it was going to take a lot longer. So thank you again for joining me, and if you guys have any questions, I always put I always try to put where I got the patterns from on the screen as I show the plushies, but if you guys have any questions, feel free to let me know. I have some really exciting things coming up this week. And yeah, I'm hoping to be able to do a market this week. If I do, I'll do my best to record some footage. It seems you guys like the market prepping footage, so yeah, I'm gonna try to record more of that. A lot of my stuff is pretty much already market prepped. That's why I don't show like a whole lot more. It's because pretty much all I do is at this point is like make sure I priced new items and put them in the bags, but the majority of my items are already priced. It's just new things that I've made in the last couple weeks. So I just do that and like fill up my cart at this point. Most of my stuff is already market prepped, and like I already have the way that I set up my booth. I don't really buy new things for that. So yeah, I will probably, I think I can do like some market footage for this one if I do a market. Anyways, thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.